Social media is fatigued, and your viewers are bored. Microtrends on TikTok, Reels, and Shorts have killed creativity because everyone is doing the goddamn same thing. We are like dopamine slot machines. We're consuming content more than ever, but still left feeling unsatisfied. There's no denying it. Short form content gets eyeballs, but does it actually influence? Don't worry, influencer marketing is not dead. It's evolving. And if you're not paying attention to YouTube, you're about to miss out big time. Here's why YouTube content should be at the top of the influencer marketing game plan. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I would work with creators. Hey, I'm Simone, your ex-influencer but current influencer marketing expert. And you see that plaque there? That tells you that I am 100% qualified to talk to you about this topic. My head just got bigger. With TikTok almost dying,
TikTok is back.
Amazon signing up YouTubers, and David Dobrik making a return to YouTube, it's time to take preparation. Long-form content is making its royal return. I am so here for that. But I know what you're thinking. Short-form content is absolutely bloody delicious. Like a McDonald's burger. It's cheaper, quicker to produce, and often hits the numbers jackpot for your campaign. But there's always a but, isn't there? A McDonald's burger is not nutritionally sustainable compared to a home-cooked meal. We all knew that, right?
What? Nah, I never knew that.
Long-form videos tend to be well thought out, edited, and are fantastic for building community and loyalty. Here is something that's going to blow your mind. A recent study revealed that the average human attention span is only 8.25 seconds, which is less than a goldfish's 9-second attention span. What is happening to the human race here? Whilst short bursts of attention in front of a crowd can be great for viewership, it isn't converting into engagement. In fact, we are seeing the death of the follow button. Has anyone seen the girl with the guinea pigs? Her videos rack up millions of views, but her followers are kind of great, but low in comparison to views. And whilst your brand may want to jump onto what's hot alongside every other creator, I think it's genuinely a great time to ask ourselves this: who the hell are we actually talking to? I am so guilty for mindless scrolling, watching something for a few seconds, and then not actually engage with it. This is why it is so hard to monetize short-form content, because no one's going to watch a 15-second ad in between a 15-second video. And this has become the case with sponsored short-form content. We're even seeing the 3 major platforms shift into longer formats. For instance, before you could just blow up on TikTok with a 10-second video, but now the algorithm is pushing videos that are 3 minutes plus. I'm not suggesting that you should ditch short-form content from your campaigns, because there's no denying it, they are great for brand awareness, but people are now craving genuine connections again. I don't really know why I'm doing this. This is why podcasts, especially in video form, are doing extremely well. Now, this leads us to the question to why YouTube itself. Why is now the right time for your business to invest in YouTube? Everybody forgets that YouTube is a search engine, and combined with influencer collaborations, the right tags, keywords in the title and description, it can really help maximize your efforts and improve discoverability. For example, when you type into Google the Body Shop Advent Calendar, my video ranks first, and I created this video nearly a year ago. Unlike Reels, TikToks, and Shorts, you are lucky if your video is relevant for a few hours. Maybe a few days if you're really lucky. So ultimately, YouTube videos in longer format have a better shelf life, and it's also home to a community of return followers and viewers. I have had many videos start off with low views that have ended up with hundreds of thousands of views, so people can discover your product months or even years after an influencer collaboration. But you might be watching this video and thinking, well, I've been stung on YouTube campaigns in the past due to the algorithm. What's the point? But I am here to give you some great news, my friend. The new algorithm on YouTube appears to be promoting smaller and new channels on the home feed next to larger creators. I can personally vouch that when a small creator gets views, they're more likely to keep making videos, which in turn will cause a snowball effect with their followers, views, and engagements. This is why it is 100% the time to be investing into these kind of creators. Imagine starting working with a new channel with your brand, who then continues to grow into a successful and well-established channel with a community of die-hard followers. your video is likely going to stay on their channel indefinitely or for at least a very long time. And the benefits of that are humongous. If you don't fancy checking out your home feed for these kind of creators, you can use a tool like Modash to do all the work for you. You can even find smaller creators by creating lookalikes against big names. So the $1 million question, how can you work with creators on YouTube in long form? There are 3 things to consider, so let's start with choosing your deliverables. Now, if you think that YouTube collaborations work in the same way as Instagram and TikTok, you would be pushing your campaign off a cliff edge. YouTube is an entirely different league. When I worked as a full-time creator, I teamed up with YouTube on some of the most epic projects and tackled every kind of brand deal underneath the YouTube family tree. So let's delve into this a little bit deeper. When Mr. Beast works with a brand on his channel, you will notice that he favors an integrated approach, especially spot-based integrations. This is where he usually would pause the regular flow of the video to present the ad as a standalone segment, and then continues from where he left off from. Mr. Beast is kind of the king of the microhook. However, I much prefer seamless integrated mentions because they effortlessly blend into the content as they were always meant to be there. For the last 2 weeks, I have been using the purify mode just because I had a little breakout. I'm going to do a quick 5 minutes now, and then I'm going to do 10 minutes later in the day. These integrations usually appear in the first part of the video and typically last between 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Integrated videos tend to be less expensive than dedicated videos since you're not dedicating an entire video to your product. Fun fact for you all, but most creators tend to decline dedicated YouTube offers since they can come across as too salesy. But done correctly, it could be bloody powerful. For example, when I launched my Beauty Advent Calendar series back in 2017 and unboxed each Beauty Advent Calendar individually, the views and engagement on these videos were insane. And the best part, I built an amazing community that came back every single year. And let's not forget, I made some pretty sweet affiliate money along the way. So dedicated videos are great for unboxing videos, product walkthroughs, detailed reviews, and brand product comparisons. Think of those really cool car videos. Now time for a top tip for you all. Since TV screens have officially overtaken mobile as primary device on YouTube, I would 100% add a QR code to feature on screen just like this. Subscribe. Now, negotiating YouTube add-ons into a final deliverable is a great way to drive extra engagement for free or for minimal costs. And there are 3 ways to do this: community posts, a product link in the description, and pinned comments. I'm going to focus on the latter 2. I would say that these 2 should be negotiated as standard. Most brands request for a shoppable link, discount code, or a promotion to feature in the top Show More fold of the description so it's really visible. Again, this is something that you cannot do on Instagram or TikTok. Now, I do love a good comment section, especially on YouTube. It's a great way to extend the conversation, so you might opt for a pinned comment to re-communicate the product offer. Now, let's look into YouTube Shorts. I have some strong opinions there. Now, your gut thinking might be to target YouTube creators who have grown exponentially on Shorts. It's kind of a smart idea. My response, though, is don't do it, especially if they haven't been posting long-form content alongside their short-form content. Many creators have built millions of followers through a Shorts-only strategy to then have their long-form content completely flop like a pancake because it's just not what their audience is used to. I didn't really know what I was doing with my hand then. Now, don't get me wrong, Shorts are amazing for channel awareness. They're like little teasers, great for hooking people in and then leading them to your long-form content. But as a standalone, not so much. Live streaming on YouTube. This is something that most brands don't consider, and for obvious reasons.
Live from London.
But they can work extremely well in a niche moment for live shows and podcasts. Joe Rogan often does this now and again when he watches the UFC with his buddies, and it's so damn good. And I was surprised to see that so many creators jump on a live stream for the latest presidential election. It was so oversaturated. I didn't know where to watch, really. I can't really sugarcoat it for you all. I think the cons outweigh the pros on this, but if your brand does it, good luck. Put on your metal shield, battle off those trolls, and I hope no one goes rogue on you. Could you imagine that? Okay, next up, how to find and vet your creators. This is a topic in itself, and I have the perfect video coming your way next week. So be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss that video. But once that video is live, I will link it down in the description. But if I was going to get going with a campaign today, I would use a tool like Modash to easily find creators and then check out the analytics and demographics. This saves you so much hassle and time going back and forth with the creator. Instead, you get all the info you need instantly, and the best part, you can try it for free with their 14-day trial. Click the link down below. However, I do need to mention this. If you're deciding whether to go for an integrated mention that should be featured as a pre-roll, mid-roll, or post-roll, you may need to reach out to the creator and ask them for retention time analytics on a few of their past videos. I mean, you don't want anyone to miss your segment because they dropped off too early. Okay, let's talk pricing. So how much does it typically cost to work with a YouTuber? That's the golden question, isn't it? Let's be honest, me opening an advent calendar versus Mr. Beast hosting the Squid Games, the production levels are just leagues apart. Bear in mind that not one price fits all, and it depends on so many factors. For example, from August to December, this is when I would run my beauty advent calendar series, and since this was prime time, I charge a little bit more on my channel. You also might be able to negotiate a cheaper rate on an integrated video if your ad is featured as a post-roll, which is end of the video, as opposed to a pre-roll, which is start of the video. Obviously, start of the video will be a bit more expensive. But if you're looking for a starting point, I've linked a pricing guide down in the description to help you figure things out. And if you're ready to launch your campaign but need some help with briefing, you could also watch one of our previous videos by clicking the link down in the description. It's a very good video, I enjoyed filming it. Just one more thing. Don't forget that when you start investing in long-form content, it is more of a long-term strategy, but you can always further your return on investment by embedding these videos into websites, marketing assets, and even edit down into short-form content for other platforms. If it was me, I would be negotiating with my creator to use the content for organic purposes or even paid. Work it out with your influencer. This is something that Ruggable did with one of their creators. So, the burning question, will you be investing in YouTube creators after watching this video? I want to know, leave a comment down below. Bye!